Hi, I'm Jason Webster, Beck Practical Farm Research Innovation Lead. Today we're in Marion, Iowa doing some residue management trials. With me is Jim Lensch. Jim is from Marion here, and Jim, we've got a Stalk Devastator on your John Deere corn head here, and you've been out looking at this Devastator, seeing what it can do to kind of tear up some of these corn stalks. How's it been working for you?
Doing a great job this year, Jason. We ran it from the get-go in September when the stalks were green, did a nice job on those. Now the stalks have got stalk rot, they're breaking down over the later part of the season. They're still doing a great job, probably breaking a few more off, but the early ones didn't have any problems with blowing, and that's a real issue, so it's doing a great job.
And you're doing strip tillage, you're coming back in after running this Stalk Devastator. Is it balling up or plugging up?
No, we're running a Gladiator unit right through here. We're not doing any other tillage. It runs right down the rows, and it's doing a great job and getting right through it with no plugging.
Awesome. Let's take a look at the Stalk Devastator. Again, we've got this mounted to the bottom of the corn head, and basically we've got a roller that's going to roll on top of the corn stalks, and it's going to act as a stalk stomper, number one, pushing those stalks over so the tires aren't going to run on those stalks, so we're going to help prevent tire damage. The other thing it's going to do is we've got rebar welded onto this roller, and that's going to give us that action, that kind of tearing those stalks up, if you will, as we're traveling over those corn stalks. So it's going to do a nice job chopping the stalks up, and trying to break these stalks down is what we're trying to do. So next spring when we come in to try to do field operations such as planting, hopefully we got less residue to deal with. And if we're dealing with corn after corn, maybe we'll have less residue and we won't have as much of a carbon penalty to deal with. So those are going to be two important things that this Devastator does. It's going to act as a stalk stomper, and we're hoping to tear some of these stalks up in the field. And remember, we're not coming in with a second pass here at harvest time. This is a planned pass out here in the field. We're going to be chopping these stalks, pushing these stalks over as we're harvesting that planned pass out in the field. So that's going to be an important aspect of the Stalk Devastator. All right, we've had our two combines out in the field, one running the Devastator and the other one not running the Devastator, and no stalk stompers either. And you can definitely see the difference. Here's where we ran the Devastator through the field. Here is the non-Devastator. So doing a really nice job in the field. I do think it's an easier year to break down these stalks just because of the dryness, some of the stalk rot that we've had. We're just not seeing the green stalks. They're kind of dead, and it's a little bit easier for this Devastator to work. But all in all, you can see the difference. It's definitely doing a nice job compared to the non-Devastator and no stalk stompers. So definitely a big difference out here in the field. Doing a great job for us.
Let's go to a little bit of yield data. Let's go to the Central Illinois PFR site where we used the Stalk Devastators. Would have been the fall of 2014 and came back in with continuous corn. It would have been the first year of that continuous corn, somewhat of a tough process for the carbon penalty and yield drag. When we brought the Stalk Devastators in a no-till, again, continuous corn environment, we were seeing yield advantages of over 15 bushel per acre. So the Stalk Devastator did a really nice job for us in that type of situation. As we looked at conventional tillage, again, in a continuous corn rotation, we were seeing yield advantages of nearly 20 bushel per acre. So in both scenarios, giving us some good yield increases, and these Stalk Devastators are doing exactly what we need them to do. Breaking down that residue, fracturing the residue, allowing water to get inside that pith and start that decaying process. Pretty important, especially in a continuous corn rotation.
I want to thank Jim Lensch for partnering with us on this project. I also want to thank Yetter Equipment for giving us this Stalk Devastator to test and having them come out and install this on the combine. This has been Jason Webster, Beck Practical Farm Research Innovation Lead.